gets back to the issue that I addressed with the Sharon Springs question about looking at an industry as a whole and determining whether home rule makes sense or not, and whether it fits or not. So back on the issue of the pipeline and things of that nature, counties do have a provision for reconciling zoning decisions between towns if they affect an adjacent town. And there's an intermunicipal review requirement in the town law, county law, general municipal law. So if a local government enacts an ordinance that will have an impact on a neighbor, it's required to go to the county planning board for review, intermunicipal review. So we have another bite at the apple, so to speak, as a matter of course, through the intermunicipal review requirements of state law. Beyond that, it gets back to the issue of, is it a local issue, is it a regional issue, is it a statewide issue? And we talk about transmission of power. There was just a huge issue in the southern tier, as you know, with the transmission line. So at that point, it became a state and federal issue because local governments were just not able, just too much. And it gets back to the point I made before, some of these issues are just too much for a local government to handle, because they're your neighbors, they're feed salesmen, they're tractor dealers, they're teachers, they're grandmas and grandpas, and many of them are just not able to handle that stuff. So on this one issue, I would be surprised if that holds up in court, if it's tested. And that's the other piece. There are methods for appealing these decisions. You can appeal them through what's called an Article 78 provision. So there are mechanisms for challenging these local decisions as well. So bottom line, counties do have a review option in municipal review, Article 230, I forget what it is, but general municipal law. Plus the state has a role, plus the courts have a role for review.